for anyone who's gone to prom, they might tell a young adult coming of age story about how they partied so hard they found the meaning of life. But mostly everyone else is going to tell you about their first time going to Denny's after curfew. Which was I, you ask? Well, let's just say your boy had a very unique experience, very stressful experience that basically ended up me kind of getting ditched. And for you brave seniors who never got to go to prom, this one's for you. Also, don't feel bad. Unless you're a popular kid, you probably won't even like prom. I asked former regular students and I also asked former popular students. And this is what the responses were. Now I'd love to give you guys some quotes from the popular students, but just like high school, they didn't exactly respond. So it's 6/10 of the semester and daily reminders of prom is starting to begin. And guys, is it just me, or do you also guys remember every single day hearing, "Make sure you get your prom tickets if the prices go up"? Or is it just me? So as soon as I hear this, I think to myself, I'm 2 girls deep in the friend zone, and I have another girl I'm talking to, but I really don't want to ask her for embarrassing reasons. So who in hobgoblins am I gonna ask? Then somehow my first period teacher answered my prayers. You see, most high school teachers still have assigned seating, believe it or not. And this assigned seating, sometimes you stay there forever, but sometimes you also rotate seats. In my lucky case, we got to rotate seats, and this was a good reason because, let's just say, the girls around me weren't exactly an option. And this new assigned seating, I got seated next to a girl, let's call her Alice. Alice was a total possibility because she was really pretty, but she wasn't conceited. She was a really nice person, and popularity-wise, she was in golf, so yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
And even better, she sat right next to me, so we're gonna have to interact at some point, and my shy self had no excuses. So weeks pass by, me and Alice are talking a lot, things are looking really good for me because we're getting along pretty darn well, a lot better than I thought we would. And at this point, I made 4 objectives. The first objective, make her an acquaintance, check. Objective 2, find out secretly if she has a boyfriend. And you're probably wondering, well, why do you have to do it secretly? Why don't you just straight up ask her? And you see, the repercussions of those 5 words is brutally awkward because if she says no, things are gonna seem really awkward for us, especially since we sit next to each other. Instead, I just ask her, hey, do you have any plans this weekend with your boyfriend? Which she answers to, I have some plans, but I don't have a boyfriend. So objective number 2 was complete, and now it's time for objective number 3, which was flirt with her and have some romantic chemistry. And the problem with that, which was, I never took chemistry in high school, and I didn't have the balls enough to make a move on her, so we're just gonna have to skip that step. But in my life, if there's anything going too good, there's probably a catch. So during this time, a friend that I've had since elementary school, we're actually starting to rekindle our friendship because we weren't exactly really closer in high school because we started doing different sports and starting into different groups. Anyways, we got to the topic of prom and who we're gonna take. He said his girlfriend, and I said I was gonna take a girl named Alice. And at this moment, his freaking face lit up and he looked at me in the eye and gave me the biggest grin that I'll never forget, and he told me, "You can't stay off my sloppy seconds, can you?" And at that point I asked, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Dude, that chick was my ex." And that's something I would have never known because me and him were just not close during high school. To which point I felt like it was a huge setup for me. Like he's been planning this for years.
You fool, you just activated my trap card.
You guys might thinking, Orange Scout, you're exaggerating. And to that I say, I wish I was exaggerating, but in the past, I may or may not have had an unsuccessful romantic relationship with his ex, so yeah. But anyways, before you guys even start to judge me, there's a part 2 coming up, and that's where I'll explain things, and let's just say you guys might see me in a worse light, so...
Got a blast!